Welcome. Hello, twin flame friends. Welcome back. It's been a little bit. I've been slowing down a little bit on the work I'm putting out. I am putting some stuff out on Instagram, so definitely check those messages. There's some very important and significant downloads that come through in my Instagram messages. And I have a message of the day for you guys today, as well as my twin flame read, the abbreviated one on the table here. I am going to pull a card from Fortune's Oracle to set the tone. We're going to roll the die, and I will pull cards at the end as well. We'll see how long this takes. Maybe I'll pull up all the cards and put down a new spread for you as well. All right, so let's roll the die. It's 6:06 on the clock. The lovers and the lovers, family, community, with space between. All right, and today is the 19th. The sun was, look at the Instagram today, because it was 888s today. And 888s for me represents the union energy. It's also 24, which is enlightenment, and Omega, and Pleiades. A lot about New York has been coming up too. And don't forget, I opened my old second channel, because I never used that channel, but Evelyn and Stainthorpe, I have all 12 signs. There's some long reads on there for each sign. They're like about an hour, hour and a half, most of them. I think Sagittarius was close to 2 hours, the last one I did. So check them out for the 12 signs. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you like the video to help support my channel. I have been getting YouTube coming in and pulling a couple videos off due to medical information stuff. One of them was even just Gematria, where I just listed what they said on Gematria. I wasn't even stating any information, and they dinged me for that one. Actually, that was the worst I've gotten. But yeah, I don't know what they're doing. So let's go ahead and roll the die. This is for the twin flames. Today, February 19th, 2024, for the twin flames. All right, we have, it came up 69, which is the Ace of Pentacles, and it's also Cancer's symbol here. So we have Cancer, so home and family coming up there with the number 3, which is the Empress, right? Mother Nature coming together. That's Taurus energy, happy-go-lucky 3. We have, again, Cancer energies here too, with the moon, and the full moon's coming up. Is it the 24th? I'm not sure. But it is coming up soon. It's the new moon in Virgo. Excuse me, the full moon in Virgo. We have Cancer, Cancer, and then the 3 in between, which also comes up as the eagle soaring from this Cancer energy to this Cancer energy to the moon. And again, it's just giving you 2 different perspectives of the same thing, because they're both Cancer. So, but it's the eagle's moving from the same, both Cancer, but a different perspective, seeing things from another perspective, just moving to another dimension, so to speak. So let's see what the cards have to say with Fortune's Oracle. And this read on the table, I really focused on physical union, and the message of the day is general twin flame energies, but there is a longing for that. But the energies have changed so much. There's so much energy about coming into union this year. But it's really about coming into union with your higher self, with source energy. When you become your best self, you pull in the best self matched to you. Fortune's Oracle for the twin flame community here. Fortune's Oracle. For the best and highest good of all those concerned. All right. Flowers. And there's that collective awakening again, too. We have the 11, which is alignment. It's justice, truth, and balance. It's Libra energy. And the pink flowering here, which is, there's a lot of compassion in that energy. It says, be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. We also have transformation here, which is 32. The journey and breaking the chains, and then rebuilding the bridges with more natural energy, something that's more in line with who you are, that resonates with you. Reach out for the power and strength to make changes, enrich your life, and become the person that you want to be. So again, it's about being your best self. So aligning with your journey. The bottom of the deck is the lion. So there's that 888 energy again. The 16 of the tower comes up with this card. And again, it's like that lion's roar, lion's gate. Sirius came up today as well. And that energy of being called home, right? So we're on the other side of the sine wave. We are going away from source, right? And splitting into duality. And we're being called back now to unity, the other side of the coin, so to speak. So the two sides of the coin keep coming up here. Harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion. And lion also comes up as the snake. The lion of the land or the ground was coming up in some information. So Hydra's been coming up big because this year is the dragon, next year is the snake. And they're bringing into me like they come together, right? Because one's like the end and the other one's the beginning. So the underlying energy of the lion. That shout out there. And the collective awakening here, the flowers and the spring is going to be here soon. And the journey of transformation. And notice it's where land meets sea at the beach. Meets the sky, meets the I am. And there's this focus on the rebuilding of the bridges in a different way, right? Breaking the chains and not being chained, but allowing those bridges to be natural because they want to be there. There's nothing forced or manipulated about it. It's completely natural. Okay. So here is the message of the day. Oh, got there. And I have the Journey of Love is the first deck. The way I put these out is the underlying energies on the left. And then I usually pull 3 cards, or if another card comes out in the shuffle. And then the cards at the end organically want to come out as well. So I use them for numerology as well as to complete the message for each deck. The second deck is Nature's Whispers, then Metatron, and then the Rider Waite. And at the bottom I have some cards I pulled out this morning and from the Wild Unknown Tarot, which were very interesting because the higher self came up on one side and the mouse, kind of like an inspiring little partner over there. And this represents the twin flame in the middle with their third eye open. So there's a lot of focus there on the third eye when I did my meditation before your video here today. I wasn't getting any real specifics today. They were showing me to stretch and tone were very important right now, the physical body. To focus on the eye, the third eye, and the eyelashes were coming up as well. There may be people kind of coming in to check in on you. You might notice if you're doing meditations. You may be connecting with other people in the community who may be just coming over to check out what's going on with you. Yeah. So we'll get into those cards because I did bring them up in the read as well for this, the messages of the day. So we're doing the message of the day first. We'll do this read second. And yeah, and with that firefly in the Wild Unknown, the gnat came up too, which comes up. I haven't seen a gnat in a long time, but once in a while they'll show up on my notebook to give me a message. And that always comes up as Nat King Cole and Unforgettable. So that was coming up. So I pulled the cards from the 4 decks at 11:09, 11:10, 11:11 was Metatron, and then 11:12 was the Rider. And the extra cards came out both 1, 1, 1, 1, and then the total cards were 2, 1, 2, 2. So 11:11 in Gematria, the first entry is Twin Flames, which has been coming up over and over again. And then the 21-22 came up as the 21 is the end of the cycle, it's the world, going into 22, which is the Fool, taking off for that new journey, that leap of faith. But the 22 is also the 5D station. And usually the Fool in the Tarot is 0, but in the numerology book, the Divine Triangle, it's actually the number 22. And it shows you how everything comes together, is coherent with each other. The tarot, numerology, and astrology as well is in that book. But it makes sense to me because 0 is really source energy coming in as a baby, and the Fool's more like the teenager going out into the world, right, and becoming themselves, taking that leap of faith. So The 1111 is the twin flames. 2122 is coming up as the twin flame cycle change from 21 to 22. The world complete, or the cycle complete, and a leap of faith of the divine masculine and divine feminine gate holders co-creating. And actually the date 11/12/22 came up. So if you want to look back and see in your notes if there's anything significant there for you. And again, both the divine masculine and divine feminine, each in their own way of co-creation here. So I looked up the numbers that came up there. One was 212. I looked up 212 as the feminine, 111 as the masculine. So both of the 212 is the feminine on either side with the one in the middle, and then 111 is the masculine on either side with one in the middle. So it's representing the same set of circumstances, but one's the masculine, one's the feminine perspective. And then I looked up 2122 as well in Gematria. So 212's first entry was Atlas, and then Ocean Gate, Monarch, Ocean Gate, Marta, Bernard, and Tamar, and then Gifts. I have some more too, but if I don't mention something, it's because I know I might get dinged for saying it, even though I'm not really saying anything. Fig tree, QR code, stick, pine cone, Hong Kong. Peking came up in something else too, so there's a lot of Asian energies coming up there. Broom, and then rebrand came up, which also could come back to Mel Brand, because he's been coming up for me a lot. 111 is good. Cocaine, Ram, Carrie, Cat, Mar, Kodak Black, Akasha, Rebecca, spelled with an H on the end. And then 2122 was Your Wishes Fulfilled. Reject Satan is the name of Yeshua. Real Raw News. See the Blessings of the Lord brings true riches, aka J. 2 weeks off, 142, which I looked that up as well, which was Hashim, Health, El Shaddai, and Regina. War has been won. And then John Fitzgerald, Kahluni, Kennedy, forward, backward. And then this entry was like 1010, the numbers, but together, 1010. Tree, ton, 1010. Tree, Tate, Tibe, T-I-B-E, and then 10 Tate, one word. And then 10 Tine, T-I-N-E, one word. And then the 7 wonders came up, and then the number 241, which was Archangel Michael, Mona Lisa, Anu, and Dimitri, with an I on the end. And the last entry here, which was the 13th entry for 2122, was this time Christ sent his twins. So at 1131, which is Justice and the 5 of Wands, the underlying energy was the 30 of the Towering Magnificence. 23, you are worth it. 55 of red, which is very shaman energy there. The 10 of Wands card, which is Atlas, and number 36. The union at the altar, with perhaps lots of electric lines there, perhaps interfering, as the King of Wands has a vision of her and seeing his ship come in. The shaman's truth of safety, strength, and power, and a peace treaty. And I actually watched the documentary on Einstein last night, and he very much came up as a shaman, and he, in his own words, a rebel or fighter of peace. But he came up several times today. The TP and peace pipes and how of healing hands, and reminds that the word Indian is of Indi, or indigenous, indigo, indi, into, the Christed man and the divine. The GE of energy of new, which means we in French, but without us, or the US, right? And here we go back to the indigenous prior to the United States. To use the temple, not the United States. So again, the temple is you and God, and not our country, even though we appreciate our country. It ultimately comes down to you and your God. The new shaman comes forward, this generation, carrying the weight of the world, laboring in the fields. You may not recognize who they are. Traditional works the land, alternative works the sky, as he sees her bloom on the horizon or in her eyes. The at 1142 is Justice and the 2 of Cups, the underlying energy of 17 and her grace. Her reaching out, a dream come true, to home, to union of towering magnificence, After the wounded warrior surrenders to intimacy. The first card out there is the 14 of falling, the 23 again of the King of Wands and across the waters. Light as a feather, or in other words, light up as a feather would, very lightly and softly, and that doesn't have much weight associated with it. She sees his light at the end of the tunnel, and she is able to hold both the chaos and the calm, the dark and the light, as the King of Wands falls into his emotions, perhaps grieving the beauty within. With 22 and 27 there at 1146, which is justice, truth, and balance, and the 6 of Cups, the inner children, the 22 and 27 of loving all that is, and the ethereal touch. With the Fool's open heart holding space, her leap of faith at the 5D station, ignited by flame's ethereal touch. The Ace of Wands, the Queen's Gambit, and Vesica Pisces, the temptation to flip to Pisces, which we went into Pisces yesterday and today, in an inspired leap. The underlying energy of 21 and a fresh approach to a whole new world, again Pisces and whole, complete. The 41 of the Ace of Cups, the holy grail of being in service to Andromeda and Pegasus, the octopus teacher and the seahorse taking in the light. Or light breaking through here, the cloudy emotions, and feeding on seaweed, algae, spinach coming up. New love of the little one as Pegasus leaps in the air to on, or one, with dramatic father, or Roman ancestry perhaps, as the next card first here is the Magician in making a wish, as all for one, and then one wish in the middle, and one for all, for the best and highest good of all, and the assurance that this too shall pass, patience through the seasons, or sea sun of our lives, and again referencing Pegasus again there. 4 generations of women is the 22 of the 5D station, that leap of faith from the 21 world to the 23 world, of course 22 being in the middle, the bridge, but it's actually the 5D station with 33 being the bridge. From the divine feminine and the divine masculine to the divine feminine and 3, which is the eagle soaring across the horizontal pillar, or Ea's glee, the Christed divine feminine and the King of Wands, mastering of passions, 21, 22, 23, which then breaks down to the first digit of each was 222, and guidance of the 2, and then the second 3 digits were 1, 2, 3 leap, from 2023 to 2024. So the first next card is the 24, again, as we just ended on 2024, which is also the Queen of Wands and Omega, to be your best self always, and then the 38 of acceptance of love, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, and 2 sides of self. Andromeda and Pegasus ride under the sea, mermaid and seahorse, as the Queen of Cups are the vines around the tree, causing the tree to bend more than they ever have before. The Queen's Gambit and Vesica Pisces, the Queen of Wands pawn, or temptation of the King of Wands, and the Queen of Cups to flip inside out and through to Pisces, from the pi symbol of the circle with the line down the middle to the Pisces symbol of the 2 C's now back to back, and the vertical line has now turned horizontal as the key opens the lock and then seals them together, cracking the code. The 32 of the journey of learning to trust your own understanding, your unique perspective of the world, of land, and then they reference islands, right? So instead of just land, the I am lands and the seas, Sophia's ease. And remember, Sophia is wisdom. And then ease is the E of the temple, and 1 equal and congruent to of wisdom. The 50 of the 10 of Cups, and the emotional fulfillment and potential gateway, the magic tree at the heart of things here, reflecting plasma ether and Eden. So the way plasma is described in coming into the 4 elements and then becoming humans below that is going through Eden right? So it's basically God's breath of ether trickling through Eden, where then they break up into the elements and the people, referencing here Eden and TV, which is telepathic vision. And ether, I always write as AE and then THR, same letters as earth and heart. And AE is ash or bright light in Pleiadian. And then the THR is the high road. So we have the energy at 1212 of the bright light of the high road of Eden, which is Ed, and I always reference God as Mr. Ed, and then EM, which is my code for JC. Mr. Ed and JC and telepathic vision, the top dog's creation, breathing the breath of life into their creations. The underlying energy of 47, of blessings and thanks, and then the number 7 of water and dolphin with the dodecahedron, the 25 of passion, the 22 of Archangel Sandalphon, who I reference as Saint or Archangel Saint Dolphin. And then number 3 is creation. 55 is red. From 4 to 7, heart to crown, dreams and synchronicities, a pipe, as a reference to the pipe dream. Dreams and synchronicities, a pipe, and actualizing the horn of fruit, veggies and bread, the cornucopia of abundant universe, and water chariot. The key to emotional well-being, things you love, and watery emotions. Heaven in your eyes, and the vehicle to take you there. The 25 is the Knight of Wands, igniting passions here. At 1221, 2 Archangel Sandalphon, Saint Dolphin's 5D station, who's with you now, pulling your strings, as the 3 of the Empress or Mother Nature, or the eagle soaring horizontally, as Mother Nature flowers, as that was the card that came out up here first, ready to birth and held at her core, right? Just like the womb of the earth. The next card is air and 13 of fly free bird, as 2 pyramids or 2 crystal houses come together. Sandalphon sends messenger to shaman, and shaman sets them free, offering that quote-unquote pipe dream, transitioning in the powerful light beams that are streaming in. The 21 of indigo, the innocent child, seriously connected to the world and beyond, the mystery and mastery of life. And then Einstein came up, because those were the words coming out of his mouth last night, how much the mystery was, kind of his spice of life. And very much the Sirius child, connecting with Sirius. And then, of course, Einstein's birthday is March 14th, which is my daughter's birthday. And when I added up his birthday, he was born in 1879. Both him and my daughter have the same life lesson number as well, which is 42-6. He passed away 4/18/1955, and 55 has been coming up nonstop from yesterday and today, which is the Ace of Swords, the truth, with Pisces indigo of peace, learning that 42-6, which is about the 2 of Cups and one-to-one love. As the 23 of the King of Wands and duality, the King of Wands here is needing balance, right? Learning how to balance his passions here. Learning to tame their flame, the royal house of channeling, focus, intent, the horse with blinders on. I was just getting the horse with no name as well. Without distraction, to get back on the horse again. The human mastering their ego, especially when leaping into a new world with serious connections. The 27 and 37, because Sirius is more like serious, it's more like kind of a little bit more harsh energies than you would consider Lyran or Pleiadian. Is more friendly. But there's a lot of intellectualism in that serious connection of wisdom and perhaps serious projects. We have 27 and 37 of Metatron's Rainbow Bridge and detaching from drama. And so taking drama out of Andromeda leaves An and Da, or one father. And Metatron, the Rainbow Bridge, beneath Michael's angel wings, the magnetic and the electric, the thunder and lightning, the broken white light of the rainbow and the unbroken white light in the angel wings, and the human experience in grounding that light, sitting in the grass, grounding at sunrise, and being called to look up which is a natural lift to raise yourself. Half in the bubble of the earth, grounded, and half in the sun, look up and see it. Mother and father and son's rays, the message between the mother and father. The 27 and 37 are the flame of unconditional love. The 2-7 and 3-7, the divine feminine, higher self key, and the earth eagle key. The conception chariot, the mother, and taking flight chariot, the delivery, channeling through to the other side. At 12:47 is the hanging man, and the 47 again, the heart to the crown, but it's the 7 of cups of having lots of choices, synchronicities in heaven in your eyes, dreams. The underlying energy of the 9 of cups upright with the 10 of pentacles reversed, happy with self, getting their wish despite the family, business, or community dysfunction or loss, or happy to give your all and rise above, or investing a lot in a big gift or a house for oneself, awakening to issues at work, allowing justice to play out with patience, judge and jury or deliberation, one step at a time with the Queen of Pentacles upright here, with Libra and Sagittarius both upright, and compassionate judgment or mediation here. At 12:50 is the wisdom of the hanging man with the 50 of emotional fulfillment or a happy family, as the Queen of Pentacles may be undecided or divided or in a split, pulling the sword from the stone, defenseless, but she knows she needs no excuse to be who she is, looking for information or just more clarity to juggle, perform another day, the balancing act of lightness and shadow, temptation, her hand raised, his on his flame, waving Christ consciousness and unity and healing hand, a crown blown wide open as the devil and the tower are both upright here. Sudden excitement, temptation turned on, with Capricorn and Scorpio fueling the addiction, the codependency, explosiveness, or suddenly dumping multiple loads, emotional attachments, IAs, and dumping all but the one, or disillusioned about dreams, or what your options were in a divorce, a break in contract, or alternative beliefs, and the need to master the hidden. The 2 of Cups reversed, and disconnect or distant, not seeing eye to eye, or breaking up a partnership, as the Hierophant is reversed, and so is the Hermit, or somebody's going crazy, losing their mind, as the Knight of Wands reversed is with the Emperor reversed, player. All right, that the Knight of Wands reversed and Emperor reversed are both people perhaps abusing their power or playing others with their passions. Abusing their power, or this can be church versus state as well. Paralyzed by passions or falling short of expectations, or perhaps physically got hurt. As the Emperor reversed, may be off work or stepping down from work, perhaps due to an injury, keeping to self for peace of mind, working to get their ducks in a row, now that the worst is over with the King of Swords reversed, or the need to master thoughts and words. The Fool is upright and freed by home and union with confidence, or free from home with crazy kids or draining energy, perhaps free to take a hike, perhaps a walk with a pet or best friend with the sun at their back. Perhaps the celebration was fun and free, but leaving the Queen of Wands reversed, without sunshine, without peace, or tired of cleaning up after the kids. As the Knight of Cups is upright, offering love to the 9 of Pentacles, sovereign catch, or perhaps offering love to their own sovereignty and being single. A proposal may be announced here, or a wake-up call, or one making an announcement, receiving love after that, and keeping cards close to their chest, or saving, holding on, being practical. As the High Priestess is keeping the King of Pentacles reverse secrets, or going to the accountant, or calling sister who's not in the mood to talk, or perhaps she's meditating and silent, and the King of Pentacles reverse may be frustrated and uninspired in a downturn or when things are slow, needing to get motivated in a turn of events, as the Ace of Cups is upright and big love offered by the 5 of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles, who sends regards but has work to do. Those hurt, injured, ill, or in exile here, or homeless, on their way, or tithing at church, The Knight of Pentacles is offering help, or perhaps looking for work, to come clean or get clean or clean up their act, maybe just clean up the house. An energetic exchange or a lot of energy back and forth, a lot of busyness in the flow to end the war within. The Five of Swords reversed and the Ten of Cups reversed at 112, which is the Magician and the Hanging Man. Ending an emotional cycle of dealing with an unhappy family, with PTSD issues or stress or nightmares perhaps, or just sleep issues perhaps as well. At 113 is the Magician and transition or death. And that could be an ending or change of anything here, but it's profound, it's major. And the need, someone could be needy for attention here or feeling like a failure under the radar. Uncomfortable emotions of not being able to leave when they want to, and this can even be a pet, right? They always have to ask you to go for a walk, or they have to ask you to go out back, or they have to ask you for food, right? And so they can't communicate this to us, but they could be feeling this way too. Not being able to come and go when they want to, and that could be a child or a partner, you know, someone who's tied to their work. As the Page of Wands reversed is done sitting still. They're done grounding and integrating and wanting to start again without a choice, looking back or going back to awaken further or realize what's not coming in. The prisoner of realization, ideas, and coming full circle. Perhaps anxiety around coming to completion or finishing things, or being trapped between the illumined one and the authentic one of Pisces or Capricorn reversed and Pisces or Divine Feminine upright. Falling out with the Knight of Swords reversed, or the past, kids, and the Page of Pentacles, maybe an invite or an opportunity there. As, you know, that could be an earth child as well. Pisces with bad memories is holding their tongue and studying perhaps, looking at other angles, back to school, or while stuck daydreaming and assessing worth of something, or thinking about selling a car or how much to take on a trip. As the Magician is upright with everything they need to be charitable and share with others, or breaking even, which may cause conflict with a group and or the Queen of Swords reversed, who may not be happy about that. And the Queen of Cups is upright here, being kind and making the Empress perhaps feel badly. With Cancer reversed, Gemini or Virgo upright, and Taurus upright, or one who feels they just can't win, that someone on one side or the other is going to be upset with them. As the Empress is upright with the Ace of Pentacles, and a big offer to Cancer and Leo, or at the full moon, at night, or focusing all their time, money, and energy on a pet or pets, or paying for a sitter at night, or grooming service, forgiveness, an apology, getting over separation with the King of Wands, and again, Cancer and Leo, or a pet feeling under the weather, and the King of Wands may be concerned they won't be able to come together for a dream come true, or for healing, or an opportunity, or their nightly walk. Is the water tainted? Aaron Brockovich was coming up here, so there may be a similar situation for someone with the water supply. And the Death card here was reversed, so there's a lot of clinginess here or exhaustion while working hard. With Aquarius upright, Scorpio reversed, and a burden, or someone might feel overweight or too much responsibility, or Aquarius with Scorpio in their chart must pick up the slack, or the King of Wands may be doing yard work, or the Empress upright and the King of Wands can't come together due to a child, a pet, howling, or egos, or third-party star clinging to their burdens. Atlas, exhausted, but must finish. They must put the work in at 137, which is the Magician and the King of Cups. And here's the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups upright in this read, both upright in the center of the read with the Four of Wands. The next first card is the King of Cups upright, right? He's very loving and the master of his emotions at 138, which is the Queen of Cups and the Magician, with the Page of Cups, who's in need of affection. And the Page of Cups is upright here too, but the Lovers is reversed between the King of Cups and the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups could feel unloved from the King of Cups, so maybe he's trying to serve him a dose of his own medicine, but he's upright. It's like he's redeeming himself and saying, this also could be a message of someone coming in for friendship without love, or, you know, any kind of intimacy here in a physical way. But they may be feeling unloved, waiting for them to finish their project, right? That could be a father and their children, as the Page of Swords is upright too and ready to surrender their wounds. Kids look like they're stepping up to the plate to help, to give their time and love to help the King of Cups get things done. Perhaps a message of love, but without affection or without a physical relationship, or wanting to be just friends. To message or text or let go of any wounds between them. At 142 from the Wild Unknown, which I had pulled prior to the other 4 decks, is the underlying energy of the scorpion that stings, and the tarantula was right before the scorpion. And there could be a need for boundaries there, but the scorpion stings and the phoenix rises, perhaps a shock, a surprise, or a jump, or a clamping of the wings of a dear one, a firefly. And then this new show on Netflix came up too, which is called Luz, which is really interesting because my neighbor is Luz and her daughter's Isabel, and there's an Isabel in the show of Luz as well. And Luz is that unbreakable bone, is a very spiritual part of the body. And there's controversy on whether it's the atlas bone or the tailbone, the coccyx bone. But you can read up on that if you want to. It's Luz. But I'd done some research on that too because it had come up for me before. And Luz is also a significant place in France, right on the 0 degree line. So that might come up for you as well. And in the show too, she loves fireflies, which came up with the other cards in the unknown deck. So there could be a sudden idea here, a moment of brilliance. The energy of the planet of Terra, co-PD in energetic exchange with the firefly, and then Spidey was coming up as well. And PD is poder, which means to be able to, can, allowed, might, to be available for an appointment, power, a superpower, or to be familiar, right? Or to be a familiar was coming up here. And then reign, authorization, and proxy. And the familiar can reference the proxy energy as well. With Terra, co-superpower, or proxy, the ability in energetic exchange with the firefly, a sudden knowing, a spark of brilliance, a pop of light, as the dragon year of higher self, the zebra's third eye, and mouse familiar, perhaps your pet, and or gnat, unforgettable, the drag on zebra, no use, as the M is the energy of the Marys, but also the Michael and Metatron, but also it means creation. It's 1v1. The energy of owing you, right? You owe yourself this. Dr. Z Mouse was coming up here, but Z also references the sleeping human. Some fleeting inspiration here of genius, remember, is supposed to be 2% inspiration, but 98 perspiration of doing the hard work. The higher self and 98 degrees of human condition. The solar plexus connected to the third eye here. And this was coming up in my Crystal Angels Oracles Instagram messages too. They were showing me in the pictures the light, you know, like a foot above the head being connected to the third eye of your higher self kind of energy, which then translates to your third eye and your heart, but not just your heart, but your heart solar plexus connection, right? So the solar third eye, and then the third eye to the solar was coming up. So to like image this, to bring in your third eye more fully, and the confidence to express your heart fully, the confidence in your knowing. The doctor of the sleeping prophet. So Edgar Cayce also came up this week in one of the signs reads. And Mr. Bojangles is coming up here on the Green Mile. A best friend to keep you grounded in the present moment, the gift. The high vibe innocence, right? The innocent people, the children, inspiring you to show your stripes, all right? Whether it's children or pets, those around you with that pure energy. Dragon and mouse are coming up here as your guardians. The drag O-N to Z, which is the Christ consciousness into the sleeping human, the Z, falling over. The firefly whispers in your ear when drag of human who fell asleep is needing EB or Ra, a small creature here to wake you up. Unlikely bonds of flies and mice, of mice and men, to wake you up to your higher self at 202. All right, so now we're going to go into the read on the table. And I'll show you a picture of that read as well. So here's what's on the table. All right, so we have the SIRIAN Starseed deck, as well as the Rider-Waite mini cards that you see. So I'd cut the SIRIAN Starseed deck at 6:25. This was done yesterday, 6:25 p.m. And really, like I said, was focusing on physical union. I finished clarifying at 7:02, which is the Chariot and the High Priestess, Higher Self. The major arcana in this read are the Hanging Man, Justice, the Star, and the Solar Deity, or the Sun. After the read, the Higher Self and Reason, which is the Emperor, came up. There were 3 cups, 2 wands, 1 sword, and 1 pentacle, which is 32 and 11, the journey of alignment, truth, and balance, of justice. And then the Knight of Swords came up as the main player in the read with the King of Pentacles. And prior to the read was the Page of Swords, Page of Cups, which came up in that read I just did for you together. The Page of Cups and Page of Swords as the kids stepping up to the plate with the King of Cups. And here they are in this read, the same thing. He's upright with the Page of Swords right there. And Page of Cups is reversed over here, but those were the two kids who were with the King of Cups in the message I just brought you. And then we have the Queen of Cups after the read. So we have the King of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Page of Cups reversed. There could be a family there. And then the numbers, we had double 4s and double 7s, which we just brought 4 to 7, the heart to crown up twice. And 44 is the 4 of Cups, and the energy of grounding and integrating, right, is not boredom, but time to ground and integrate the experiences you've been through, and also to learn how to receive love more fully. And the 77 of sovereignty, of course. We also had 23 here, which is the King of Wands, 34 of the 8 of Wands, 45 of the 5 of Cups. There is definitely some grieving here or disappointment. And then 67 of the Knight of Pentacles and 78 of the 10 of Pentacles coming up here. And the 44 and 77 came up at 7:02. So that could be, you know, and 7:02 can reference the 72 and 72 as well, the 144. The code line here was all about the number 10 from 2 and 8. In a lesser sense, 23 and 8 were coming up with 31. The messages are coming through as Sophia sees the mother sign Sophia. Or the 2 and the 3 of the High Priestess and the Empress. Realization of hanging with the 8 of Wands, that energetic exchange. So after death of the master, mastering of being Christ-like, right? So crystals means Christ-like. The South Sea could be coming up here as well, of mothers or mass. The King of Wands hanging out in energetic exchange, or perhaps a lot of busyness back and forth. So after death of the King of Pentacles here. The seesaw, the suffering in silence, to see the mother energy, the infinite 2, regarding the awakening, the hanging out with delays. So again, after death of the King of Pentacles. So I don't know if someone had a death recently, and so there's a lot of, you know, work to do after that. South Sea Mass. And I was getting the Mass like also Christmas, right? So instead of Christmas, South Sea Mass. The celebration of the South Sea. Or going south to sea, as the King of Wands is reversed. Or the High Priestess and the Empress together. High Priestess reversed, the Empress is upright. Awake to a heated exchange that's causing boiling and heartburn. And the King of Pentacles reference there. So we start with the 7 of Cups reversed. And the underlying energy, which in this deck is the stairway to heaven, basically, spiraling up. Beneath the 7 of Cups reversed is the Page of Swords upright. The 5 of Swords reversed. The Page of Cups reversed. The King of Cups upright. And then the 6 of Pentacles reversed. So the Page of Swords, post-war, which references PTSD, with the Page of Cups reversed, who may be feeling rejected or shy. That could be a baby crying as well. Vulnerable to the King of Cups, who may not be sharing. As the Page of Swords, with a little light, maybe done a growth spurt or war with the Page of Cups reversed. So that maybe the two kids were fighting and they're not fighting anymore. Or unloving message to the King of Cups, who's not sharing, and the inequity of having to go downstairs or repeat steps, letting go of the emotional attachments for one big love, or the Holy Grail, stolen from the Knight of Pentacles when they weren't looking, or taking stuff without permission, or taking one's thoughts and using it as one's own to get the King of Cups upright and the Knight of Pentacles upright, serving kids on vacation and defenseless to the energies or what the group wants to do, or dreams perhaps may feel dashed here as the Magician is watching the inequity or scam of the Knight of Wands rushing in to save the day or get credit when the issue was already solved or got there too late. It's already been stolen or the person was already gone when they got there. As the recent past is the Hanging Man reversed and the Empress upright, woken up, or she woke the King of Cups reversed, or the King of Cups actually upright. But there's this issue with someone either having to go downstairs or at the top of the stairs, or maybe, caught kids doing something they weren't supposed to do, or they sneaking in or out of the house, or caught the Wounded Warrior reversed at night in a trap. And that was coming up in the cards too that I just did for you, that the Atlas energy was leaving the Wounded Warrior behind, that victim mentality. So caught the Wounded Warrior, red-handed perhaps, and maybe forced to surrender, or are they surrendering on their own, right? No longer defending their wounds or licking their wounds, but feeling at night in a trap of the Empress and the Hermit, perhaps catching a thief or forcing surrender with Pisces and Capricorn reversed, Taurus or Virgo upright, or caught child or pet at the top of the stairs, and that could be a small child too who shouldn't be at the top of the stairs because they could get hurt, or a child sneaking in or out of the house, or messaging after the fact, rejecting the King of Cups that was unfair. The foundation of the Two of Cups, of 1-to-1, and slaving for the Page of Cups reverse, that could be a spoiled child, or a child who's very introverted as well, that may be difficult to deal with. Or, slaving away for this child just for them to not appreciate you or just to be rejected. As the Dark Knight and the Queen of Wands reversed, perhaps Scorpio upright and Leo upright, or having to tell a child about the death of someone, or caught kids making out perhaps. The central energy is the Four of Wands reversed. A visit, a move, or some kind of instability of the house, or the party is just over, right? And that could be kids getting caught having a party when the parents were out, and then they get caught because they come home early or something. The Seven of Cups reversed is dumping multiple loads or emotional attachments on the Ten of Cups, who may be happy to take them. As the King of Cups is upright, with a dream come true, healed, star, Page of Swords, maybe that Page of Swords is the one who stepped up to really be the star of the show. As they're laying their cards on the table, or perhaps or candles, or this could be a birthday party too, one for good luck, or parents deciding a punishment for a child or pet, and perhaps discussing it together. So at 7:40, which is the Chariot and the Page of Cups, the King of Cups perhaps didn't share what they had seen downstairs, or what they were alerted to. With the Two of Cups and with the mouse coming up, maybe there was a mouse in the house too that they knew somebody would freak out about. But the Two of Cups is upright, 1-to-1, feeling unstable or unprotected, with the Knight of Swords upright rushing in with a delivery or message. The challenge being the Eight of Wands reversed, the delays, the not telling, the not relaying a message. Somebody might have withheld a message purposely too to kind of screw the other person if someone's in a divorce and still living together. Or telling about a delivery. This could be someone, kind of like putting the delivery in an unlikely place so they wouldn't find it till much later. Or having to pay the Knight of Swords upright traveling to the King of Pentacles reversed to forgive or make an apology or walk away. Or the Knight of Swords upright here is trying to drive the King of Pentacles away with sharp truths or making message to self. Soon for the twins here is the injustice of realization they've been juggling or performing with the devil, temptation, or playing with fire. With Aquarius, Pisces, and Capricorn reversed, but Capricorn is also upright here, presenting truth to one who can't escape that truth, with the Six of Cups there, which can be the children being present, where they can't go into any fight or excuse, or now they're embarrassed because the truth has already been put out in front of them, or the truth of their affections, or serving up their head on a platter in front of the children or a soulmate, and then the truth imprisoning them. The injustice of deception of issues at work, and that they're not working, with Libra and Cancer both reversed here. And that can reference to somebody with that in their chart, right? They're not a sun or rising sign, Libra or Cancer. The twin flames seeing themselves as the star upright here, but frustrated and maybe over recovery or taking someone back in, or even the pet that's going in and out constantly, as the Page of Pentacles reversed, maybe needing help or unable to get something off the ground, or maybe they need to get up on the counter to get something, so you don't want them to do that. Or with the Queen of Cups upright with Libra in their chart, or in a twist of fate, or slowing down here, keeping to self for peace of mind. The Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed may be roommates moving, or didn't tell about a visit, working to align and ground and integrate, and failure, or doing it under the radar with attention-seeking behavior. Around the twins are how they're seen as the Three of Cups reversed, with bad influences, drinkers, gossips, antisocial behavior, no joy, a third party intervening, or sudden event of bliss and finding peace from stress, nightmares, lack of sleep, and being present, perhaps gifted. And the block being the Sun upright. So why is the Sun a block for you? Is somebody allergic to the sun? Does someone not like the heat? Is the issue the full exposure of a heated exchange? And the Nine of Pentacles upright with the High Priestess reversed and the King of Swords reversed with the Hierophant reversed, and the Sovereign Secret Passion and the King of Swords reversed in a divorce, or alternative beliefs with Leo and Pisces upright, or actually Leo upright, Pisces and Taurus reversed, or deception at work exposed, telling secrets of the King of Swords reversed with Taurus in their chart, and King of Pentacles reversed may be losing his temper for sure here. Perhaps he's tired of delays, self-satisfied without a choice, needing closure with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community of the Emperor upright, jealous or rejected by lover, and falling hard perhaps into drinking or partying, or passed out and weak or got sick, or kids out drinking with Saggy, Pisces, Aries, and Leo reversed, but Aries is also upright with Gemini upright, or somebody might have brought their friends home, not realizing their parents were sleeping upstairs, or somebody else in the house, perhaps a sibling, with the King of Pentacles reversed, Higher Self reversed, the Seven of Pentacles reversed, Reason upright, the Queen of Cups upright, and the Four of Pentacles reversed. The King of Pentacles reversed may be lacking integrity in implementing a plan or investment within reason, or with the Emperor and the Queen of Cups laying it all out there. There could be a third party in a 5D connection, rendering them weak or sick perhaps, as the King of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Cups upright come out with the Emperor to reason their way through. The Emperor rejecting Gemini or lover's foolishness or behavior, or third party who's sleeping over, rendering this unfair perhaps, or again, that rendering them weak at 810 there. 810 to 11 is the strength or courage of destiny or justice here, alignment. The King of Cups not sharing downstairs with the Two of Cups partner their dreams, healing, or stardom here, shining their light, dumping emotional attachments and repeating steps without third party and not coming together, or third party awakened to the instability and challenged by a heated exchange or argument. Injustice exposed of the Knight of Swords, passing messages to the King of Pentacles reversed. Not keeping secrets, exposing confidential information, investing time, money, and effort into the Emperor in control, and the Queen of Cups coming out of the Batcave, which usually is the masculine energy in the Batcave, not the Queen of Cups. So she may be a visitor in there that's not supposed to be in there, apparently, or put the Seven of Pentacles into that investment of time, money, or energy into the Emperor upright, and the Queen of Cups put 4 Pentacles worth. As the King of Pentacles reversed may be taking a walk when needed, trapped in the words, or trapped in the woods, receiving stolen merchandise, or somebody might have witnessed this, or caught having sex in the woods, or a crime of passion, transitioning through the portal with the 6 of Cups upright, the innocent, loving children or soulmate, or the inner children in a twist of fate, with Scorpio upright and Libra reversed, and sweet little angels, deception at work and caught. So it could be kids doing something too. And that's at 825, which is, again, the dance of the masculine and feminine, manifestation of dreams, the strength and the courage, and the Knight of Wands. And I think the Knight of Wands was upright in this read, if I can catch where they are. Yeah, Knight of Wands is right there in the underlying energy, upright, right? They're the one who's rushing in to save the day. So let's see. I'll do what I did for the other signs. We're going to pull from Messages of Love. I have to shuffle first. And then I'll pull from the Journey of Love as well. And we'll read that message for you. So again, I'm getting that, reinforcing that message up here of breaking through, like on the AI energy of the chains, into a more natural connection and a more natural bridge of the collective awakening. Aligning on the journey. So I was just getting to, like, groups coming together to align with each other. All right, Messages of Love for the Twin Flames here. All right, and that floated very gently to the ground like a feather. Mastery, you've learned the spiritual lesson. The underlying energy is warning, don't dismiss the red flags here, but you have mastered the spiritual lesson. You can expect the apology you want to hear. You already know the answer you seek, and denial detach with love to clearly see the truth. You are protected, you're safe and divinely guided, and this relationship is moving toward a sacred union. Past life love, your soul remembers this intense connection. So unplug and work less will help strengthen your relationship, okay? All right, so we're going to pull from Journey of Love for the Twin Flames here. Here's the Journey of Love. And when I first laid down these cards before clarifying, you have all the cards for a union here. You had the 4 of Wands over here, which is a union card. We have the 3 of Cups, which is the coming together for a union card. You have the spiraling up here with the King of Cups upright, which is unconditional love, and the stairway to heaven. You have the 2 of Cups upright here. And the messenger of truth, the knight in shining armor, sending 5D messages. But there is this ungrounded King of Pentacles over here, which also can reference this, the crystal skull, so it can reference Akashic records as well. And what was also significant about these cards is the 7 of Pentacles is here and the 4 of Pentacles is here, which is that 4 to 7 heart connection, but this is also referencing the Divine Feminine in the E-Tower, and this is the Divine Masculine in the Batcave. And the Emperor and the Queen of Cups are between those 2 cards. So both of the hearts are being connected right here. And you guys are coming up as the star, upright. So there's a lot of really positive energy there, but there's some kind of injustice or imbalance right there. The sun is upright, but the moon is reversed, so there could be some kind of deception exposed there. And does it have to do with kids? I'm not sure. It could be for some, and for some maybe something else. Could have to do with messages as well. And remember, we're dealing with a lot of Cancer energy as the full moon's coming up. Oh, I don't know if it's a week. I think it's the 24th, so that's 5 days from today, right? Or 4 days from tomorrow. So there is a full moon in Virgo coming up. But this is about home and family, and also the moon comes up as the sovereign energy of the daughter. And we talked about the earth being pregnant, right? Because spring's coming up soon. And there's also this imagery that I've gotten several times of the earth core being the pregnancy, and then the moon being the child who becomes independent, the daughter energy. So that's coming up here too. But again, the energy of the eagle flying was very significant. Came up in my Instagram messages too. And for the twin flames here, what is the message for the best and highest good of all is concerned? What is the message for the twin flames here? Okay. Eruption of light. This is Hieros Gamos energy, and it's the 11 of justice, truth, and balance and alignment. Just for message purposes here, we also have fire and ice of the 37, which is the King of Cups, and this is like the energy of Jesus standing between the two sides, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And what that is this Hieros Gamos energy that he's witnessing. And there we have the towering magnificence, which also came up in your read, the 30 of union. So there's definitely this energy here. And we have the rings of time here too, the 44, which is that 4 of Cups, grounding and integrating energy here. And this could be the wisdom of those older as well. So I'm going to read to you the eruption of light, and we also have at the bottom of the deck 55 of the truth, and again this enchanted forest and the acceptance, right, that dreams are true, right? And here's the witness, witnessing the union. So again, same thing. All right, so we're going to read Eruption of Light, which is number 11. And number 11 says, your every prayer is a power-packed eruption of light beamed into divine presence. Some pray with fear or doubt as though the prayer isn't doing much at all. Yet you understand that prayer is powerful, that it's divine action set in motion. Your power of divine prayer emerges from your heart and out through your throat, whether you speak or sing your prayer silently within your own mind or aloud for the whole world to hear. Let your prayers be vocalized as feeling expressed to the divine, in words or song if you choose. You have the power to heal at your fingertips and vocal cords. Through your voice you can heal. And again, when I was meditating, I was getting the eyes and eyelashes, and eyes are very powerful in healing. Through your voice you can heal. Let your hands be joined in prayer position at your heart, and your mouth open to let the breath of your spirit move through your throat, creating sound. As you speak it, so shall it be. This oracle holds a message for you. Your words have more power than you realize, and you have a special ability to heal with words, to bring light where it is needed, and to uplift through simple kindness spoken. You also have a message to bring. It might be an urge to write or speak on topics that are close to your heart. You may also simply have the need at a soul level to share from the heart with others when you are engaged in conversations. The oracle says your voice is part of your power. Do use it. And the poem simply states, life begins with love. To complete itself again, symmetry is born. So there's energy of coming back into balance, right, at 0 point as the 1 year ends and the new year begins in March at the solstice, or rather at the spring equinox. Okay, you guys. So remember your water, your rest, your joy, your nature. Again, stretching and toning was coming up as significant at this point. Remember to rise and be love. Be good to yourself. Take it easy, one step at a time. And I'll see you next time, guys. Have an amazing February. Bye, guys.